Hey, everybody. Welcome. Happy Thursday. I had to think about what day it was. So, we are so excited to have you guys just spend a little bit of time with us. We want to share something that we are super passionate about. And our hope tonight is that you leave here feeling super encouraged and empowered to take your health to the next level. So, we realize that there are a million other things you could be doing at 8 p.m. on a Thursday. So, we want to respect that time and keep this short and sweet. So, I'm going to jump right in. For those who don't know me, my name is Erin. I am a mama of four. I am currently homeschooling three, and then I have a baby boy who will be one next month, which is crazy. So I am a hairstylist by trade. And a couple of years ago, I decided to come on home. And so I have been home full time with my kiddos for almost 2 years now. And, it really hit me like a couple of years ago, where I was probably like a lot of you. I had no energy. I was guzzling coffee, like put it in an IV for me, you know what I mean? Um, I just was running this like rat race every day. And I felt like I was on this constant cycle of no energy, needing a nap in the afternoon, feeling just completely drained, wishing the days away. I couldn't wait for my husband to get home. And then I couldn't wait for bath time and bedtime and just to have a little bit of serenity and peace. But then it was funny, the peace never came. I had this guilt and this shame that I wasn't living my days to the full potential. Like I wasn't really being the mom that I really wanted to be for my kiddos. I had, again, no energy. I just felt crummy. So it was about that time that my daughter actually also started having some digestive issues, completely unrelated, coincidence maybe. But I saw my friend posting about these products that she was swearing by. And she reached out to me and she said, I really think that these would be a huge benefit to you. I think you really need to give it a shot. And I was like, well, will it help my daughter? And she said yes. So I trusted my friend and I ordered. And I think it was a couple of weeks in. I don't even think it was a couple of weeks in, honestly. It was just a little bit, a few days in, anyways. We were in the car and my daughter looked over at me and she said, Mom, I think these things are really working. And I said, I feel the same way. And I vividly remember my 2-year-old baby girl at the time asking me to come and swing her outside. And it was typically at this time that I would say, yeah, okay, I'll go swing you. And then I might swing her for a few minutes and bribe her to come inside. Like I literally, you guys would bribe my children to come inside because I was just so exhausted. And so I vividly remember the day my 2-year-old baby girl came in front of me and said, Hey, can you go swing me? And I jumped up. I jumped up off the couch, you guys, and I put my shoes on and was excited to go outside and swing her. And it hit me. It literally, I was walking out the door and it brought tears to me. It almost makes me want to cry now. It brought tears to my eyes. Like, I have energy to do this. Is this for real? And I texted my friend, I'm like, is this like I have so much energy right now? I feel amazing. And she's like, yeah, like only after a couple of weeks. So that was really the turning point. And then I was like, the things I was feeling weren't normal. You're told that it's normal. It's mom life, work life. I was working at the time. And it's just normal to feel brain fogged and fatigued all day long? And it's really not. And I didn't even know like how good you could possibly feel until I started to feel good. And honestly, that was a little over 2 years ago, and I'm never going back. So it's just been up from there. And so that brings me to point number one. So my very favorite, I want to get into what really kicked it off for me, and that is a reset. Okay, so this reset actually came out right before I started with these products. My friend was telling me that she completed it and just how good she felt. So I was like, okay, whatever you think I need, like I need a change in my life. And I was just open and willing to do whatever it took. And so honestly, the thing I love about the reset is it is so simple. It's probably my favorite tool to date. This is for the mom that felt like me. Like if you feel stuck, maybe your energy is in the tank, you're bloated, you're craving sugar all day long, needing coffee, needing a nap, needing both, all of the above. That was me. So if you just need a clean slate, this is for you. Everything you need comes in this handy dandy little box. And typically, which I just completed this reset a couple of weeks ago, you will open up the box and you will have days 1, 2, and 3 in this little box. And it also comes with a handy guide here. So there's never any guesswork. Everything is literally mapped out for you, perfectly portioned with everything you need for those 3 days. So that is literally like my favorite thing about it. There's no guesswork. I don't have to think about what I need to do. I don't need to go to the grocery store for anything crazy. Um, and so it's a short-term nutritional reset. It's 3 days. It's gut-loving food. Everything is portioned out exactly like what you need, what your body needs. So you're not starving. You have everything you need in those 3 days. It's easy to prepare. It's easy for the go. I would highly recommend though, like cooking your family something that you don't love during the reset so you're not tempted, you know what I mean? But this is not a weight loss regimen per se, but weight loss is a result of getting your body in line, getting your body in check. So it's not for weight loss. It's not a gimmick. It's just a cleanse, a nice gentle detox where you're not starving. You're not drinking like lemon water all day. And so this is all about nourishing your body with what it needs. And a lot of people, when they complete this reset, say things like, I didn't realize how bad I was feeling until I started feeling good. Or they'll say, my cravings disappeared after just 3 days. And for me, what I love about it is I don't know about you guys who have finished a reset, but I can taste the food, like taste the actual nutrition of the clean foods that I eat. And it really empowers you to make better choices after you have completed the reset. So, highly recommend. I have done 4 of them so far, and every single time I just feel better and better, and the results compound. And so, you're not just losing water weight and then you're starting all over from scratch again, which is what I love. And so if you're feeling burned out, if you're feeling worn down, you're just not feeling yourself lately, truly, this is like hitting the reset button on your health. And so when you finish this reset, you are done in 3 days. What do you do next? Your body is perfectly primed to go into our longer term supplements to really sustain that gut health that we love and always talk about. And so you want to keep that momentum going. And for that, I'm going to pass it over to Rachel so she can tell you a little bit more about what comes next.
Okay, thanks, Erin. I love a reset, y'all. I put it in the chat, but I actually reset my body every 2 to 3 months. Even though I eat clean 80% of the time and I take amazing gut health supplements, just the environment we live in, we all need a reset sometimes, and it's great for your liver. So I'm like all on board about it. So a little bit about me. I am a mom of two. And when I started these products, I actually was working full time as a teacher. And my son was only about 4 weeks old when I started. So I was still breastfeeding. And y'all, I had lived with bloating and constipation, and pretty drastic mood changes that I attributed to being a woman for my whole life. I was tired after work to the point of when I would pick my kids up and be driving home, I would literally have to open the windows and turn the music up and have us all sing, my daughter and I, to keep myself awake because I was like, my eyes were closing. It was bad. And I just thought, this is mom life. This is my life, I guess, until they're both 18 and out of the house. So I just thought this was normal because most of the people around me felt the same way, right? So after starting the products, um, I started using the bathroom daily. And I even messaged the person who got me started and was like, I just pooped 2 days in a row. Like, is that normal? And she was like, no, girl, 2 to 3 times a day. If you eat a big meal, you should be going to the bathroom. And I was like, mind blown. So that was the first thing I noticed. After that, I started noticing that I wasn't falling asleep on the way home, or I wasn't fighting that. I was actually making it home. And I was breastfeeding, and I started noticing that so with my daughter, I was working too and having to pump, and it was always a fear of mine that I was going to run out of milk because I would pump right at what she was eating, and I would have nothing left over. And with my son, that was not the case. And the only difference was that I was taking care of my gut and my blood sugar was regulated. So I was no longer taking laxatives. Hello, Miralax. I was taking it daily before. I wasn't having to do that. So over time, eventually, too, this was not a reason I started, but I noticed I had seen a picture of myself and I was like, my face has changed. And I had inflammation that I had no clue that I had. And my face is actually not round like I thought it was. And so it's actually it's longer than I thought. So that was just a fun side effect to that. Y'all, here's the thing. You might be asking, okay, but how can one thing fix like this gamut of issues? Because this is just some things Erin and I have experienced. There's so much more that people have healed from. It's gut health. Gut health is so connected to so much of our daily functioning, and we have no idea. So that is where triplex comes in. And this is your long term. This is what Erin and I use daily. And y'all, gut health is not going away. I think for a while it was like a trend and people were jumping on the bandwagon. That's not the case because we now know that gut health is a thing. It is real and it is important. It's not something that just holistic doctors are pushing. In fact, I had one of my customers came to me because her dermatologist said, if you really want to heal your psoriasis, you've got to look into gut health. She had seen me posting and she was like, all right, tell me about this. So this is coming from a dermatologist. Um, so we need it because we're born with yeast in our gut. Diet, all the things makes it antibiotics, birth control, environmental things. It like amplifies the yeast we have in our gut, and then it gets way out of whack, and we're experiencing all kinds of things, whether it's skin issues, nail infections, y'all. You're feeling tired, you're having digestive issues, whether it's not going to the bathroom or going to the bathroom too much. Autoimmune disease because inflammation is so rampant and it's one of the number one causes of disease. So if you want to have long-term health, if you want to be able to continue feeling your best even as you age physically, then you have to take care of your gut. So what are we taking every single day? Triplex. It's that pink drink, that cute drink that you see Erin and I posting about all the time. It comes in a couple of different flavors now. We love them all, but that's where it started. So the pink drink is for anyone. We have two different formulas. One has a prebiotic in it, that is the microbiome, and then the hunger control has fiber, and that fiber is just going to keep you fuller longer. So, depending on what your goals are, what your needs are, we can help you pick a drink that fits your needs. And this is going to regulate your blood sugar, which is not just for diabetics. We all have insulin. And when we eat, our blood sugar goes up and down throughout the day. And that's really actually what's causing us to feel tired. And so this is just going to help support that and keep it more level so you don't see that happening. And over time, if you can fix your blood sugar going up and down, that actually will prevent a lot of things in the future. So we all love our pink drink. Seriously, I drink two a day. If I could drink more, I would. So I just love it. I love it. Now, the next product in Triplex, because there's three things, is Probio 5, and it's exactly what it sounds like. It is a probiotic, but y'all, not all probiotics are created equal. So this is super fun because it has digestive enzymes that are going to help. It has vitamin B, it has vitamin C, and the coolest part is it has this antifungal enzyme which actually cracks through the shell of the yeast in our gut. So, some probiotics may not work because they're not actually getting through the shell that yeast has, which sounds really weird, but no joke, it has it. And so you need something that can get through that. And this is what does that. And so once you get a good probiotic that's actually surviving the trip all the way to your gut because it's not heat activated. It goes through an encapsulation process, which keeps its integrity all the way to the gut. So it stays with you. So once you have that going and it's killing off that yeast, then you need to get it out, right? So the last product is BioCleanse. Now, this is not a colon cleanse. It's not like one of those things where you go to a health food store and you have to like lock yourself in the bathroom for a few days while you're doing this. That's not what this is. This is a cleanse on the cellular level. So it's magnesium, it's vitamin C. Magnesium, y'all, as women in particular, is so important. Magnesium is in control of over 300 chemical processes in the body, and most women are walking around deficient in magnesium, which is why it's one of the first supplements your doctor will recommend to you. So that BioCleanse goes in and it pushes out the yeast that the Probio 5 just kills, right? So we're weeding, we're seeding, and we're feeding the gut almost like a garden. And think about a garden. My daughter and I actually just planted one at my daddy's house. And we have some veggies growing. I'm so excited. But we go over there regularly because we have to water it and we have to weed it and we have to check on it, make sure it's doing good. Well, your gut is the same way. There's a garden in there, and you have to make sure you're getting the weeds out, you're seeding it with good bacteria. It's so important. So that's why this is long-term health, because you're going to continue taking care of that garden. So with time and with consistency, these gut health products truly can be life-changing. It is not overnight. I know in an age where things are sold to us that this is it. This is the fix. I won't tell you that because there's factors in play. Like, are you willing to give it time? Are you willing to be consistent? And are you willing to make other changes? Are you willing to drink the water? Are you willing to maybe change your diet some and eat more whole foods so your gut is being set up for success, right? And if you're willing to do those things, then yes, this will absolutely change your health long term. You're going to feel so much better. And I can testify to that because I'm almost 6 years in and I will never miss a day and I will take these for the rest of my life. So, now, when you start anything new, we all know that accountability is key. In fact, you are 80% more likely to continue something new and to see it through if you have a partner. That's why when you go to the gym, you need a partner, right? Same thing here. So now that you've heard all this, you should have at least one person that has come to mind, and you need to grab that person, whether it's a sibling, a mom, a dad, a best friend, a coworker, your spouse. Um, get them and y'all start this together so that you have that accountability partner. We encourage everyone to start with one person so that they can see this through. And if you'll do that and see this through, you will really start to see amazing results. Okay, so we promised you guys this was going to be really casual, really short. And so I want to stick to that. We're so thankful you joined us tonight. Listen, whoever invited you, be sure to get back with them and ask them questions because I'm sure you have some. And maybe you're like, but will it help my husband with this? Will it help my sister with this? So ask all the questions. And we are so excited to get you started on your health journey. All right, y'all. Thanks so much for joining us.